Our trip to Antarctica was to discover our seventh continent.
But in fact, it turned out that Antarctica has to offer so much beautiful spots and so much inspiration for both of us.
What impressed me the most about Antarctica is how small you feel when you get here, but how much peace you have from it. Between the wildlife, the nature, it's just so breathtaking and you just feel one with it, and it can really get peace.
My favorite penguin experience here in Antarctica was the chinstrap penguin I named Chester because he was Chester Chinstrap. He was way out of where he normally is, sitting on the landing place where the skiers went, and he ended up watching over our luggage as we went skiing all by himself.
For was not what I expected. It is beautiful. The landscape, just how huge it is, the glaciers, just gorgeous. And then seeing the icebergs, and then even being able to see when it flipped in the water while we were right there, like, you know, meters away, was amazing.
Antarctica is like walking through a museum of ice or a cemetery of ice. It's just like the most amazing scene you can ever possibly imagine.
It's a continent full of mountains covered in ice and sugar, and the water is made of Swarovski crystals.
was, I think, early morning, and Stefano spotted a leopard sea over an iceberg. So we were so close to that, and I was the one in front of the boat, and I was looking to the leopard sea, and I think she was happy to see us. And then she started to act in a different way than normal, and I think it was amazing.
I remember this moment sitting in the Zodiac and the whale is coming up so close to our boat, basically 2 meters, and he's breathing and was so silent, no one said a word. And then this deep breath of the whale, it was incredible. And I felt it everywhere. And then this calf dived underneath our boat, came up on the other side, and I was like, wow, that is my moment.
Antarctica is one of my favorite places to take pictures. The nature is so vast and the wildlife is not scared. So you can come really close to seals, really close to penguins, really close to whales, and these animals will not run away if you come at a decent pace.
To me is sort of the spirit of adventure. So especially in the way that it takes to get to Antarctica, you have to cross the Drake Passage. I've always found that the adventurous side of travel is always more appealing to me.
Traveling to Antarctica, you're going to a really dry climate and the sun has a high exposure, so you want to make sure you're protecting your face. So every morning I start with the Juno, the base oil, to kind of get myself, help it, not be dry. Then I use it with image prevention that has sunscreen in it. The sun is extremely bright here, so you definitely want something with sunscreen. Then I follow it with my Better Than Sex mascara, so your eyes have a little pop even though you're in the Antarctic. The next thing I do is when I'm taking off my makeup at night, I definitely am going to wash my face with this Blue Moon, make sure I get all the dirt off, follow it by some oil to help soften it again so it's not dried out, and then followed by a night cream.
Our achievements for this trip, I would definitely say being disconnected from the rest of the world. I mean, Antarctica is probably one of the most quiet places in the world, and there have been territories which no person entered so far. They are basically grey on all the maps. It's just incredible.
It's not only the 7th continent, it's a place that made me to reflect and think about how much this planet had to offer, and that we really to be aware of what we had to be able to survive.
I have to say, it was amazing being here in Antarctica. It was an inspiration for my soul, for my life, and I'm super happy to be here, guys. What do you think?